Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And this evening, I'm going to talk about AWS certification tips. But before that, let other people join too, so so everyone can listen to and we can talk interactive way. So I think, hey Pratik, hi, is this happening? Of course, it's happening. Of course. So Pratik is saying, is it happening? Yes, it's happening. So let's just wait for a few minutes so other people to join. Maybe just give people around 2-3 minutes so others can join, and then the session will get started. Okay. Meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me. No problem. And let me just quickly share the tips that I wanted to share. Actually, at the end of the session, I will share separately. That will be good. Hey Palani. Hey. Sorry. Hi. Good evening. Okay. Let others join too. Let me quickly share the screen about the certification. Pretty quick. Share screen. Application. Hey Kalyan Krishna. Good evening. Okay. I hope that everyone able to see the screen. So we'll be talking about AWS certification. Now, first, let me explain why you really need the AWS certification. I mean, you know AWS, right? Then what is the exact need you should be using a certification? That is a question you might be having, right? I mean, certification is not free. It costing you. It may cost you $100. Let me just say, this certification is not cheap. Okay, and it's one try. Suppose you give the certification exam, you fail, you lost the money, and that's not less money. Okay, it's $300 for the specialty. Let me see. For the specialty, it's $300. For the professional, it's I think similarly $300. And for associate, I think it's 100 something. Yeah, $150. Now these exams are not cheap. So think about that. You go to exam center. I mean, you go to exam. If you're not prepared well enough, if you fail, you will be losing all the money, right? So certification not cheap. But why even you need certification? You need certification because certification give you the validity. Suppose you see the normal job application where they will say that for this is the we are hiring for cloud solution architect now, and there we need good knowledge. Everyone's looking for the good knowledge, right? Then there is 10 people. Then what will be the first filter to filter out the persons who will be eligible? They use the certifications first. That okay, these 5 people are certified, these 5 people are not. Who are not certified, just leave them aside. That kind of way. Now think about that way. Like you are not, cloud maybe working for years and years, but you don't have the certification. And a developer or maybe cloud engineer, see, he's working for maybe just say suppose 1 or 2 years, but he or she have the certification. In that way, you are automatically get rejected. You know better. That is fine. You know that you know better. Maybe your company people know you are better, but who are hiring, they don't know how good you are, right? They know that you have good experience, but if you don't have certifications, they will think, nah, this person is not certified. Should we even hire this person? This person is certified. Let's hire this person. He already validated his skills. Not the practical, at least. See, you need the practical experience anyway. Otherwise, you cannot solve this question. With them, you will not never get that far. So you work hard for it. You got the certification, and that certification will be useful that time on the primary selection. Now, after the primary selection is done, you are selected for the interview. You are going there. Then they will ask you a question about how to manage the infrastructure and how to spin a EC2 instance, how to do installation of this and that, or maybe how to do the RDS setup, and those kind of things they'll be asking. It's not rocket science. You already, if you properly prepare for the certification, if you have the practical experience for a 6 month or 1 year, you should be able to answer all the questions properly. Now that is why I'm saying that the first filter is happening via the certification itself. So you may know all of these things, but if you don't have certification, you may not get the opportunity itself. That happened actually. Even I'm telling you some experience that I had. I wanted to apply for a gig online gig, and there actually I tried for the job and they rejected me. I told you I have good experience. I am in a developer background. Why I am not selected? I asked them directly. Yes, I did. And they told me, Sandeep, see, we are looking for a certified AWS certified engineer, and you are not. You may have the knowledge, you have the programming background, but you are not certified. And that actually happened with me. And that is the point actually why I actually get certified. I got the 4 AWS certification. I started with AWS Cloud Practitioner. Then I go for AWS Developer Associate. Since I have a developer background, that's why I started the developer. Then I did the solution architect associate. Then I did the CSUPs. That's how I process. But see, think about it. Your background, maybe you are a network engineer. Just I'm giving example. Then you start with the cloud practitioner, then go for the CSUPs, and then you can go for the solution architect associate, like that way. And if you're a developer, think about that. You first go for the practitioner, cloud practitioner certification, then you go for the developer associate, and then if you would like to, you can go for the solution architect associate. Now, what is the difference? If you go for the developer one, there will be more and more like code related questions. They will be linking with the SDK more and more. If you go towards the solution architect, it will be more solution centric. They will be asking infrastructure level, or not infrastructure, I will say more of the service based question. They will ask. Scenario based will be letting the how to use this service with another service with combination of services. Those kind of questions. I will show you the example. Okay, one question that is Simran saying that in AWS, please give brief about AWS developer setting. Yeah, I'll be giving that. Don't worry, I will be giving all the briefs. Okay, so think about that way. That and the systems will be more focused on the monitoring part and the cloud watch, how to handle all these things. More about the system manager, those kind of stuff they will be asking. So this is how is happening. Based on the background you choose, the question pattern will change accordingly. The scenario itself will change. Like for the developer associate, they will talk you more about the exponential backup. They will talking about more about the more about this option. If you enable, what will happen? Or for this particular scenario, what option you should choose? That kind of question pattern they will ask you. So think about that way. I will be showing you the sample question anyway. AWS itself, AWS they'll some giving the sample questions, so I'll be just showing them. I'll be not showing any kind of dump. Otherwise, I'll get in that position. So I will not do that. And yeah, I'll be showing you that. Let me go back to the that examination screen. So I'll be giving some brief about that. What are the examination available? What certification you should choose based on the background and everything. Just give me 1 minute and let me share it. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you can see properly. I think you can see properly. Okay. Now let's talk about it. So here you will see the certification is kind of divided by the levels. So foundational level, they are saying 6 months of foundational AWS cloud and industry knowledge. Now, if you don't have 6 month knowledge, they are not barring you. I mean, if you have just 1 month knowledge, you can still give the exam, but they are just suggesting that if you have 6 months of knowledge, that will be better for you. In interviews and all, if you go there, you will be able to ask, they will ask you a question and you will be able to answer it. Otherwise, you may study for the examination, but the question might be sometime out of scope and you may get a little bit get messy. That's why they are saying that 6 month experience will be good for you, but that's not mandatory. You can go even after 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks study. If you study well, if you study hard, you can still pass. I've seen persons who have just studied 1 month and they even passed the solution architect associate also. They had developer background or some networking background or system level background, but still they did it. So it's not impossible. See, it's in associate level, they are saying that at least 1 year of experience of solving problems, implementing solution using AWS cloud is good enough. That's not mandatory, but they're saying it. So if you have practical and good knowledge with making AWS solutions, using their services for 1 year, it will be much more beneficial for you. After getting certification itself, it will be much more valuable. Since you have certification, you have experience and knowledge, so you can go to any company or firm, give the interview properly and get the job. That's how it is. They will be asking you that level of question itself, right? In the cloud practitioner or maybe entry level for the cloud intern, they will not be asking you the complex question. They will be not saying that if it's a relational database, why you should not go for the MariaDB or go for the MySQL or go for the AWS Aurora. They'll be not asking that level of high level question, but they will be asking for the cloud practitioner. If you need a MySQL DB, what should you do? Should you host in the EC2 instance yourself, or you should go for the RDS? Or maybe they will say that should I go for the ECS? They will just normal level question, not the very advanced stuffs. That they may ask you that like we have a Docker platform, I mean Docker image ready, and they may ask you like this: we have a Docker image ready, and we don't want to maintain a complex infrastructure. We want to keep it simple. How should we go for that? Should we use the EC2? Should we go for the ECS, or should we go for the EKS? Now here you have to think about the client is not willing to go for the complexity. Then the easiest will be to go for the ECS, because if you use the EC2, you have to manage all this complexity, manage infrastructure, doing the auto scaling and everything. And not only that, you have to do the communication protocol between all the servers. It's not that easy. If you go for ECS, you are managing only the abstraction level. Everything else is getting managed by the AWS. If you go for EKS, then also you have to manage the complexity, because ultimately EKS itself is like they're a certified provider of the Kubernetes service. Now normally how complex you maintain the Kubernetes, you have to do the same way. They are just managing the master node, but still you have to manage all the complexity of managing the worker nodes. So anyway, it's becoming same, right? So you have to think about the question, how they're asking, and give the answer accordingly. Don't go overboard. Just focus on that part. Now, what is the professional level? Professional level, they're asking for 2 years of comprehensive experience designing, operating, troubleshooting solution. And the questions in there level. I've given the exam. I failed also. That's a shame. But I'll be giving in the next few months also. Don't worry. They're asking for, it's a little bit deeper one. So more like how combination service used, and more deeper level question, but more number of questions. Like if you go for the solution architect associate, there will be around, I think, 70 or less than 70, 65 something question. But if you go for the solution architect professional, or maybe the DevOps professional, they will be asking you like more than 80 questions. That's, and you have less time. I mean, you don't have a lot of time. So let us see what timings are there. So if you go there, see you have 180 minutes. You are spending is $300. The professional, multi-format choice, multiple answer, but you have 180 minutes. So if you go for the solution architect associate, you have, I think, less time, 130 minutes. But see, the question is numbers more in the professional, right? If you got the practitioner, I think it's less, just 90 minutes. Actually, I even completed in 30 minutes, the practitioner part. It's very easy, right? So I didn't spend too much of time on that. Okay, one question that Palani saying that I did the SysOps and DevOps. Next is the next which certification is best for the future thing. So you did the I think you did the SysOps and DevOps. Then what is your background? Singabalan, can you tell me? Then I can tell you what could be the next good for you. Like I think it's the DevOps only, since you're doing the DevOps. Then think about the automation part. I think security will be good, and the networking, this will be good. Since you are more in the DevOps part, I don't think. See, ultimately you will be doing like normally others are like who are more in certification, they're doing all the certification. I don't suggest personally to do all the certification. I am saying that whatever you actually need, do that, but don't do all certification. If you have a lot of money, that's a different matter. But if you try and fail, you are losing a lot of money. Like for us Indians, it's a lot of cost, to be honest. So I will say that go for the networking or the security. Security, I will say personally, such the security part, because when you are thinking about DevOps, it's no more just DevOps, it's DevSecOps right now. So if you think about the security part more, it will be much more will be better. The Linux, Windows, okay. Then I think go for the security part. That will be good for you. That will be very good, and it will add a lot of value for you. Okay. And yeah, see, networking part is also advanced. It's a bit complex one, but if you go for after security, you can go for the networking, because ultimately the networking part is also very important. Any certification you go, they will be asking question about the VPC and all the other networking parts, right? Anyway, so it's good to have this advanced knowledge. Yes, that is there. Okay, let us talk about the rest of top. Where do we? Okay, now the timings, you can see the more complex level certification you give, the more time you will get. Now, what will be the like for the security part? Suppose we talk about here, we get the 170 minutes. You are paying for $300. The question will be again, it will be more than 70 or 80. You don't know. I mean, the set is like the set is varied, so I can say exactly how much question you get. But think about if you more go to advanced more level, it will be minimum 70, more than 70 questions. And think about it. It's not just simple question. They will be asking you the big scenario level question, and it will be that complex level. So you have to think. So certification part, I would say that, see, for a single question, if you spend too much time, then other question you will left behind. If you don't answer all the questions, there is less chances you will pass. To be honest, the more question you answer, since there is no negative point, no negative cut, I think so. I mean, I'm not that much into SME. The SMEs are no better, but what I understood from the examination formats and all, there is no negative marks. But if you give exams, I mean, answer properly everything, you'll find. So try to give more answer as much possible, and try to keep it short. Suppose you know a question answer, give that first. Suppose you don't know answer of question, flag it. And at the end of, after answering all the questions that you already know, that you're confident enough, then check the flagged ones. And after the flags one, you're done, do a thorough review from the beginning to end. I mean, I did at least that part. So that time, that way, whatever time I had left, I check from the, like, this question, and when I think, okay, all are good, then I submit it and usually pass. That's how it happens, to be honest. Okay. And what else I want to show you about it? See, examination, whatever examination. Okay, now the good part is, like, what to choose for, I already told. According to background, you choose your certification. But there are people, even I did the all associate level. Right, I'm right now preparing for the DevOps professional exam. Maybe next month I will be giving, most probably. But the work pressure is increasing, to be honest, all these projects and all. But after a little bit go down, I will be focusing on the certification of the DevOps engineer professional part. Now, these are the certification. Suppose these are the I talked about the professional associate and fundamental one. Now the specialty. Let's talk about the specialty certification. Specialty certification, as I told, if you're a networking guy, you know about all those CI/CD blocks and all this knowing concept, all the routing, and DPC, subnet, and all this complex part. If you are willing to know more on that, go for the advanced networking. Advanced networking. Domain is design, develop cloud-based solution, implement the core AWS services. That is already common. Leverage tool for AWS networking task. And you can just download, I think, where it is. Download the exam guide from here, download sample questions. You can always do that and prepare for that. Now, these sample questions are not enough, to be honest. What you will do, that you use either Tutorial Dojo or WizLab or A Cloud Guru practice exams. Go there and see, they already, the engineers who develop the question set, they already go through all this complex stuff. They actually given the exam, so then they will be not studying the exam exact question, but they will be doing a similar question pattern for you. So you used to know that this kind of question can come, so I have to prepare like this. The preparedness will be better that way. So use those kind of things. Don't just rely on the practice exam, practice question here. It's good to know that what kind of question they would ask, but don't go for that. Don't think it's a final one. Okay. Now the security part. Now, who should do the security certification? Like, actually, what I believe, that everyone should do the security, because security is everyone's responsibility. It's not about the developer, not about the solution architect, or maybe the operations guy. It's everyone's responsibility to think about the security. Because if one person misses the security, there is a security hole, that entire system will get doomed. I've seen countless systems that got doomed because they neglected the security part. Then how to, now think about is, these are the, like, AWS solution they're giving. Additionally, what you will need, like AWS giving the guard duty, AWS giving the Mackie for find out the secret credentials if you have in storing S3. Like they have the WAF, they have IP filtering, IP blocking, and all this kind of features like firewall. AWS giving you those kind of services. Now think about that. Use these services. That's essential. But just don't rely on these services only. You have to think about making your application also security proof. What can you additionally do? Think about the rate limiting. If you use a serverless in API gateway, there is rate limiting, throttling is there. But if you are not using the API gateway, then what to do? Then think about in application rate limiting, in application DDoS protection, kind of the header blocking, or maybe the course protection. Think about all those kind of things that will make your site more and more secure. The more secure your site become, the better sleep you will have in the Friday evening or Friday night. I have good sleep. Okay, so think about that. That will make your life a lot easier. Security is important, as I told you. Who will do the machine learning? Of course, who are the machine learning guy? They will do the machine learning. Who else will do? I don't know. I personally don't know about all this complex statistics and this and that. So I will not say I'm master in machine learning at all. I don't even I actually did I used a model and they wanted me to deploy in Sageway. I did that. But that's easier, right? I mean, I cannot do all these model building complex part. I don't know how to do the calculation part. So whatever model they give me, and I will just deploy it. And maybe I used for prediction and all using other like lambda combination. I did something few months back. So I did this kind of things. Not much. Okay. So whoever is the ML guy or deep learning guy or the data science guy, they can actually go for this one. Okay. Now what the next? Think about is 170 minutes. Always make sure it's $300. And one more thing, I think you already know, or if you don't know, suppose you pass the foundational or associate or practitioner, whatever exam you pass, you will get a 50% discount in next exam. And that's applicable only one time. If you pass that next exam, again you will get the 50% discount. That way, people are giving this much certificate. Don't think they're paying all the money every time. They're actually using whatever they get, the 50% discount. They're preparing well. 5 months, 6 months, 4 months. They're taking time. I know. I talked about I know Chirag, I know Dhaval, I know other guys also who are certified with more than 14, 15 certification and more. How they're doing it, they are preparing very well. If you don't know already, I'm telling you, they keep the notes also with themselves, and they make they keep all the notes, and they study like crazy. I mean, all the time they're studying, they're experimenting things. I've seen these people are very good. They're doing a lot of work, to be honest. They're putting the effort, and that's why they're getting certified. If you don't put the efforts, don't think that if you will not put effort, you will just study dumps and do this and that. 90% chance that you will not get certified. 10% chance, okay, yes, something fall common, somehow you passed. But what to do with that knowledge, man? I mean, what to do with certification? Certification is just a piece of paper. I don't even open the certification that I received. I mean, from there, I just know I have certified. I'm just showing it in the profile. But then what? Ultimately, certification is the knowledge you're going through all these hard studies, all this experimentation. But think about how to use them actually. Use the knowledge. That is more important. It's not about a certification. I have 14, 20. No, it's not about that. It is about I study hard. I I put my effort on something. I learn something. I'm utilizing what I've learned, doing some good. What to do about the knowledge? I mean, what you should do? You study hard for a certification. You study for any certification. You got the knowledge. Then try to apply in your existing project. Now, that's how we will grow. Otherwise, if you just learn it and you will not ever apply in any projects, there's no point doing it. Like these days, the Oracle Cloud going on. I'm not doing it because I'm saying that, see, I'm not going to work in Oracle Cloud. Maybe if sometime any opportunity comes, I really work, then there is a value for me. Otherwise, I don't see any value, to be honest. That's why I'm not going for it. That's my personal opinion, but people are doing it. I'm very happy for them. If they're happy with it, of course, why not? It's about the persons to person matter. So I'm not feeling like, if there is really project come, like AWS itself. I have projects. I'm working on a lot of projects daily basis. I'm interacting with AWS services, maybe hourly basis, to be honest, doing all of content. I'm if you can say 80% of time I'm working on the ECAs, EKs, Fargate, those kind of stuffs, and 20% in serverless or EC2 or normal database stuffs. So I'm working on this kind of thing on daily basis or hourly basis, you can say. That that's why I do certification. I'm studying more and more. If you think about why I didn't do for the other cloud certification, see, I don't have the projects on there. If there is any, I know how to use them, but I'm not that into it, not that deep, because there is no point doing it if I'm not working on that projects. Same for the Azure also. I'm not working in Azure. I'm not working in GCP. I did a certification. Just I want to see how the things work, how me just validating my knowledge. But again, I did certification. What is the use of the certification if I'm not doing any work on that? So think about it. What is actually you need, and you can utilize, go for that. Don't blindly go for certification. Do certification. That is exactly what you need. That's important. Okay. Hey, lot of questions. Any Alexa demo session is possible? Alexa demo. Let me see if I actually know Alexa. I did develop a skill, but Let me think. I will arrange something. Maybe I will do with combination of with Nirav, sorry, Nirmal, or maybe I will ask Dhaval to have a joint session on that, because they are more into this Alexa stuff. I developed it using Lambda and all, but not that much, not that deep. I'm more into like he says, EKS, more containerization on serverless stuffs. Okay. Mm, okay. Is Judah saying that? Can you tell me some real-time interview questions for AWS Cloud Engineer for intermediate? See, they will be asking you how to like. They will give you scenario-based question. They will say we have a web application, just maybe simple web application. How we will deploy in the cloud, and they will not give you the options like Amazon is giving you. Like they will not give you any option. They will say, I have an application. Tell me how can I deploy the application in the cloud? As simple as that. You explain them. Would you just do normal kind of CI/CD stuff? I mean, not normal. That's complex stuff anyway. But would you do CI/CD stuff? Would you do some kind of automation, or do you just containerize and store the containerized image in like in container registry is in Amazon container registry, and from there you will in EKS, or you want to do in Kubernetes deployment? They will be asking you the simple question. I need to understand how we want to deploy application. As a cloud engineer, you have to know about the idea about the deployment on, or what solution you go for. Like you have the application, you are currently using the normal MySQL. How to choose the database solution, like that way we don't have to think about the scaling later. Or maybe they will ask you, we have a load like only 100 people using it. If thousands and thousands of people use you, how do the scaling? They will be asking these level questions. That's why this is important. Think about that. Think about the more practical. Don't see people are doing sharing this and that. That's not much use. People think about the what real use cases. They will be worrying about the scaling. They will be worrying about the fault tolerance. Like one application is down, or maybe one region is down. Then what to do? If your deployment is like all deployment in one region, and one deployment is, I mean, one region is down, your entire application is crashing. People will start calling you. I've seen that in past. You have to think about the multi-region, sorry, not multi-availability zone, and even multi-region. Suppose one region customer is facing some slowness or some kind of issues. See, for the front-end stuff, you can do CloudFront and sub the content there, but you have to think about the APIs also. There is also some communication, some millisecond, but still there, right? Think about all this kind of stuff. So more into think about the migration stuff, think about the deployment stuff. They will ask in the interview question for AWS Cloud Engineer. Okay, focus on that part. I actually, even when I take interview of the AWS engineers, I not only that, I also question about like how to create the VPC from the beginning, how to do the setup, the routing table, and then all this kind of stuff I ask all the time. Okay, so think about that. Focus on the VPC, focus on the networking a little bit, focus on the EC2, focus on the database RDS, or the DynamoDB is also important. If you're going for a serverless stack in interview, then you knowing the Lambda and DynamoDB, this kind of stuff is important. So think about that. You have to think about using application in combination. The more you better understand that part, the more better in the life. Okay. And saying that, Simran saying, can you suggest the good sources for studying developer associate? It's simple. Just go for this Ekal Guru developer course. That's awesome. That's awesome. Just go there. And if you think the price is there low, actually go for the Udemy. Na. If you go for the Udemy, actually let me give you now why I'm making your life more complex. AWS developer associate. Let me go to Udemy. It's only taking only 2 minutes, right? So developer associate. Developer associate. Let me give you. Actually, yeah, that Stephanie's course is good, 1000 version, and the A-Cloud Guru. Actually, do the both. Now that will be much more better. Let me give you Simran. Let me see. I can tag you or not. I cannot tag you. So I'm just commenting it. Okay. Simran. This one and this one. So mainly Stephen and A-Cloud Guru courses good. If you go to those two courses, it will be awesome. You don't have to worry anything else. But again, Simran, make sure that don't just only study or just study there. Actually apply and do practice in your AWS account. That will be much more better. in passing the exam. Not only passing the exam, even go for interview or in explaining things to people. That will be much more helpful to you. Okay. Now, what is the next question? Can you tell a sample question from AWS? Okay, let me actually show you. That will be better for you, right? This is the SC1 and this is the 2. Okay, let me share. Here from, we can share it. Share the screen. Chrome tab. Okay. Now this is the new version. I will not suggest to go for old one because, of course, new exam release. Why study now? If you already studied too much, then okay. But I will suggest that go for the SSC02, that new exam. Will be much better. Okay, exam content. Oh, I'm showing you the not okay. I'm showing you the wrong screen. Okay, give me 1 minute. Share screen, navigation tab, exam guide, question paper. Okay, this one, sample questions. Okay, yeah, this one. This is a new question. So see here how the questions look like. See very carefully. Okay, give me 1 minute. I will be explaining all this. Okay, this one I'm sharing. So think about that. A customer relationship management application run on Amazon EC2 instances in multiple ability zones behind an application load balancer. If one of these instances fail, what will occur? The load balancer will stop sending the request to the failed instance. The load balancer will terminate the failed instance. The load balancer automatically replace the failed instance. It's going to be C. If one of these occur, which what occurs? The balancer stop sending requests to the failed instance. The balancer will terminate the. Actually, we will do all these three. Let's see what will be answer. Go down. I think they are giving answer. Balancer 1A, an application balance instance health check instance only. Oh yeah. So what will happen? See, ELB will stop sending the request. Now the auto scaling group will just terminate the instance and will replace with the new one. I remember. And similarly, like a company need to perform asynchronous processing, has SQS as a part of decoupled architecture. The company want to ensure that the number of empty responses from polling requests that are keep. Now, let me give you a trick how you can choose the right one. First, what you do, remove the negative out, and whatever is remaining, that is the positive one. It's the trick. If you don't know the exact answer, that's how I do. So a company to perform asynchronous processing has Amazon SQL as the part of decoupled architecture. The company want to ensure that the number of empty responses from polling requests are kept at minimum. What should a solution architect do to ensure the empty responses are reduced? Increase the maximum message receipt for the queue, increase the maximum receives for the redirect policy for the queue, increase the default visibility timeout for the queue, increase the receive message to a timeout. Now, think about how can you just remove the negative cases first and then select the positive one. That's how we do. So similarly, they have given you the questions here, all the questions. Accordingly, you just go through. I'm giving you the question link also for sample questions. So sample questions for solutions architect associate. I'm giving it here. Okay. So if you go there, just I'm giving the link in the comments. Go there and you will see all the questions. And in the below, they are giving answers also, I think. Yeah. So they'll giving you answers here. And you just think about why giving you this answer. Think about what are the negative cases are. Prepare that way. It will be easier that way. Okay. So this is for similarly. See, I'm showing you for the solution architect associate. Similarly, you can have for the all other. Let me show you how to get for the other question sets. Similarly, okay. Certification validate. Okay, so suppose you want to see the sample question for any certification, like for maybe security, go here and click on the say download a sample question. It will open a new screen and there you will see all the questions in there. Okay, but again I'm saying these are the not enough. You have to actually explore more and more where you will find it. Okay, these are not enough, to be honest. You need to explore more. Okay, then okay, let's see other questions. Is WizLab a good source of practice? Yes, WizLab is awesome. I personally use WizLab. Whenever I'm going before going exam, last at least 3-4 days, I'm just practicing exams in WizLab to make my mind more, more self confidence kind of thing. It will improve your self confidence. So I will definitely suggest WizLabs. Okay. Okay, it's Sanjay saying that could you please tell me how to create a career after getting set? Okay, that's a good question. That's a definite good question. You get certified, but what about the career? I mean, you certified not just to show up in a wall or something, right? You need a job after certification, and exactly how to achieve it. First thing, you have to publicize your achievement that you are certified. How to do it? Go to LinkedIn, share it, tag it like AWS certified, AWS certification, AWS, all the tag you tags, tag people who are recruiters recruiting for the AWS certified, AWS certified engineers. You will see AWS certified engineers recruitment. Jefferson Franks, they do. People here and there actually companies look for the a lot of people actually go for want to hire a certified, mainly APN partners. They are looking for the certified engineer so they can manage the status. So think about that. They will be hiring you for sure. Tag those peoples, do some research about them, and then tag them. Otherwise, they will get angry. So tag them and then see what they want to think. They will reach out. Actually, if you are certified, you will say that I'm certified, and at the end of the say that explain what you did, how you prepare for it, and all those kind of stuff, and then say I'll be open for I'm open to new opportunities. If anyone like to reach out for any projects, please reach out. A little bit politely explain that part, and if anyone actually looking for a certified engineer, they most probably will. Not just stop there. Look for any gig site like freelancing sites or here and there. Look for the AWS, not AWS. I'm saying about that. LinkedIn also. I mean, mainly I found opportunities 99% time in the LinkedIn. People reach out to me, but in anyway, I also see that people looking for AWS engineers, they just post in LinkedIn, reach out to them that you are a certified engineer, you want to get the opportunity, and they will talk with you, and you will get the opportunity accordingly. Okay, but don't stop there. Keep applying. There is a lot of sites like TopTal is there, like more and more Jefferson Frank and all of other companies are there. Just look for who are hiring for the AWS certified engineers and apply them. You will get the opportunity. That is how people should do. They're not doing. They're just getting certification, sharing about it, and then full stop. Then who will? People will not reach out and offer a job all the time, right? Until unless you're that level famous. Not everyone is famous, right? So think about how can you publicize more and more. Think about not just stop there. There is more good way. Like whoever have any good position in some places and good big level, some cloud engineers and all. If you ask them that, say suppose you reach me out and say Sandeep, I'm certified. Can you do have something about it? So people come to me for cloud opportunities and all, and really I don't have time. I'm busy in my projects, to be honest. So I'm not accepting any opportunities. I'm just rejecting them to more and more other engineers. Similar way, you reach out to other engineers also, talk to them, say that you're a certified engineer, that you want good opportunities. Can they help you? If they have opportunity, they will forward to you. That's how it is. Don't just stop there. Don't just keep certified and put it in wall. Make full use of it. Share the knowledge. Keep sharing the knowledge you get, because sharing the knowledge is actually a good way to get noticed. Always do that. It will make your chances of getting hired a lot more. So do that part. We'll get that opportunities. Okay. Okay. Questions. It's Srinivasa Rao. Hey Sandeep, before going to exam, I would like to work on more use cases and projects. Do you know any good sources of doing that? Now, for the practice exam, like see, most of the questions are going to be career-based questions. So how to prepare for that? Go for the Wiz Labs, Tutorial Dojo, or maybe in Udemy also. If you see courses like Stephen Mihawk courses, there you will say good practice exam question. I've seen the good practice exam questions. Do that. Now projects part is like practice projects no one will give you, right? You have to either just work in the real projects. That's best. There is no other alternative for that. That's the best thing. Now the part is that if you want to get, like, you're not getting projects and you want to do hands-on, what you can do, we should be doing, like, have your own domain now. Have your own domain, try to do host in AWS hosted zones, and there you just point to application, maybe EC2, maybe ECS, or maybe uh, API gateway, and then do some experimentation that way, or maybe just some DB interaction with your application. Do all this kind of yourself. You will not get this kind of projects available everywhere. But if you look for an article like how you work with Lambda or serverless framework with RDS, like this way, or maybe serverless framework with like DynamoDB, or maybe how to connect your ECS application with RDS or DynamoDB, or dynamically do the secret manager, use the secret management in between. So these things you have to actually try it out yourself and learn it. There is not much sources, not any practical much sources. In YouTube, in YouTube you will see a lot of tutorials are there. That's a good source also. You have to explore a little bit. That's how. Not ready-made will available, but they will show you, and you have to actually utilize it. That's how you do it. Okay. Yes, no problem. You're welcome. Okay. I have okay, they're saying that they're saying I have also completed the associate course, done a lot of labs also. That's good. But still I want some real-time projects. Where I can get real-time projects? I'm ready to pay also. See, real-time projects, they will not release it. I mean, think about that. Now they are high paying. If it's a good project, it's a high paying projects. No one actually want to expose that project, because otherwise we sign NDAs, right? And so if we sign NDA, and suppose any engineer actually showing you that, they will be in very bad position, to be honest. So think about that. It's not that easy. Think, if you just want to do some real-time project, then do it yourself. I'm saying, have your own domain, set up in Route 53, do the SES, or maybe implement, have your own application and do deployment, do all this kind of stuff yourself. That's the best way. Don't wait for someone to come and giving you projects and you just utilize it. Don't wait for that. How I learn, think about that. Now I just go to I just a certain day I was working a developer. They came to me and say, Sandeep, you're doing the good stuff, you are doing the application development, now you host the application, because AWS engineer asking for a very huge money. We are not that much funded, we have to do. I first actually reach out to cloud engineers, like local AWS groups, and they are awesome. They help me with whatever knowledge they had. They help me out. I especially will mention Sorabda. I will say Ankit is there. I will say some, I forget the name, but from the Amazon, the guys are also there. Very helpful. They helped me. They're awesome guys. I mean, if you think about, like, you're thinking about the real life projects, right? Reach out to AWS staffs. They can give you more and more resources. They are awesome people. Go to the AWS groups, the local groups. They're awesome people. They will simply give you all the resources you need. Now, I was like, when the first day I actually go there, I mean, what to do, how they're saying, what they're saying, everything going above the head. I'm not that much used to for that time, the first time. Then they explaining that you need to do that, you need to learn from here, you need to experience this and that. That's how I learned about the certification. I learned about the courses. I learned about, okay, there is some advanced the cloud, that this serverless stuff going on, Lambda and all, more and more complex things. I learned from the community itself. So go and more focus about the community. Not now. Now is the COVID-19 era. Don't think about the community, but think about the online stuffs going on. There you will get the opportunity. Okay. Don't think about going anywhere right now. It's very dangerous. I'm not going. Even I had 4 training programs in I think December. I canceled all the training program. I don't want to take any risk. Anyway, marriage is going to happen in November. So yeah, I have to make sure everything goes well. So that's why I'm saying that think about more community. For now, just focus on the online community. I think I don't know. So which area you say, I can tell you the community, or just go for the meetup page, and they host the very advanced good stuffs, very practical stuffs. Even I actually learned the serverless Aurora from the one meetup, and then I'm using in many projects. I didn't knew about that. That something like that is there. So think about that. Now that utilize it in your projects, and you will get to learn. Okay. Okay. Yes, yeah, no problem. Thanks, Dinesh. No problem, Vijay. So these are the stuffs that I wanted to explain. Now about the preparation and stuff that I want to explain. Now I talked about the certification, this and that here. Let me just again share the certification main page because that's our today's focus, right? So let's share that. Certification. Okay. No, not this one. I shared the wrong one again. Sorry. I want to share the main certification. Let me go back here. Okay. So where to prepare? I shared some links, but that is more focused on the more on the developer. Okay. Now think about that. How to prepare? Where to prepare? I mean, you have options like A Cloud Guru. You have option like Linux Academy. Now Linux Academy and A Cloud are joining. So don't worry. You should not actually go for both subscription. Either go for the A Cloud Guru or the Linux Academy. But see, those courses are to be honest, are costly, very costly. I'm a working person working in multiple international projects. It's okay for me to pay and all, but if you are just getting started or you're a junior level engineer, it's not option, to be honest. It's too much high. So what you can do, try purchase for a particular certification, try by 300 rupees or maybe maximum 500 rupees for certification preparation course. Go to the Udemy and purchase it. If you see it's showing you what 12,000 100,000, just open the that same course in the cognito mode or maybe some secure browser and then purchase for rupees 500 and less. Okay, don't pay for all this huge money. Never do that. Okay. Now, what you should do that purchase the course. Stephen Mihawk courses are very good. I'm using his courses. A Cloud Guru courses, Linux Academy. If you have all your subscriptions, good. Else, I'm saying just go for the. If you are going for the like more lot of courses, instead, see, A Cloud Guru courses are very easy to understand. Linux courses are very easy to understand too, but they're not that in-depth content like A Cloud Guru giving. They're more of like serialized things, stuff. And A Cloud Guru like scenario based, they explain a lot better. So it's some proposals and everywhere. You can't just do that yet. Okay, so I would say go for the A Cloud Guru. If you're going for the long-term subscription, yes, subscription. Otherwise, if you don't have that budget, you're not that uh, huge income is there, go for the Udemy courses. Good enough. A Cloud Guru courses are also available in Udemy. You can purchase from there. Only less than 500. Don't pay more. You don't have that much money, right? I mean, don't have that lot of money. So why use? Everyone is doing that only. So why spend that much? And let me just come here. Do first the practitioner. I personally suggest that should be a starting point. Then after 6 months, go for the associate. After 1 year, go for the solution architect professionals or you professional. Do the specialty stuff later. But if you are only a machine learning guy, right, then you should go by the cloud practitioner, then the architect or developer, then go for the machine learning. That way you will understand all the services. Then you're going for the machine. Otherwise, you just doing machine learning certificate. It's first of all very difficult to pass in one try. But if you go by that way, you will know about all other combination of services. Then you go for the certification. That will be much better. Okay. Similar way, if you're Alexa builder, I'm again saying that go for the practitioner, then the developer, then go for the builder. Ultimately, you're a developer, right? So there's no point in this associate. But if you want, you can. No one is holding you. Now the database guy should do the database specialty. Again, you can just jump from the practitioner because more of the database stuff, RDS, then DynamoDB and all this complex stuff there. Data analytics is also there. More of the analytics services we will be covering. So more, if you go for the specialty stuff, more in depth about few services. Like for the advanced security part, there will be more about the KMS questions will be there. More about the this config, AWS config, or more about the AWS WAF, guard duty, and all this kind of stuff. More and more specific. The more specificity you go, the question will become more specific. But the professional or associate are more on the in general questions about all other services combined, not so specific about like specialty courses. So think about that, prepare that way. Okay. And see, if you want to learn, if you don't have that, see, since there is AWS training, there is free detailed training also. Let me just show you AWS training. Yeah. classroom training. Just go and start from here. Here all the contents are free. You just learn from here, no problem at all. Okay, you can learn from here, and it's free of cost. Let me share the URL also. Training, private training, government training, virtual classroom training. A lot of stuff is there. View classroom courses. You have to sign in. I'm just sharing you the link anyway. AWS training. See, AWS training, actually the big engineers, the good cloud architects already developed that courses for you free of cost. Why not you just do that? Okay, that's much more. All are the courses here free. They have like suppose you go for the solution practitioner. There you will see there is helping learn AWS cloud with free detailed courses. See, you go here and click on that. You just do login and you just do all these courses. That's it. Then why you want to pay? You want to more simplify, like that one is more of the exam focus, but these are the on general but good knowledge sources. Okay, it's not like that. If you just even I have seen people who studied this and they passed it without any problem. So you can accordingly do that. That's no big deal. But do study more to get more confirmed passing marks. Okay, think about that. Okay, let's see. Now is the question time. I see a lot of questions. Okay. There is Sandeep. Do we need to go to a specific center to attend AWS seminar or any possibility? Yeah, right now it's all online. Just Persian View is doing all the proctoring. So just go to certification and book for it. You can give exam online, no problem. Is now till the pandemic is over. It's going to be online. After the pandemic is over, maybe they will stop online. I don't know, but till then, think about this a long-term kind of stuff. This issue is not this coronavirus issue or the pandemic issue is going very soon, so it will take time. Don't worry, you keep online. Oh, you are in Hyderabad. See, Hyderabad also have very vibrant community there. You can join there. I forget the person's name of the organization, but their group is good. If you're in Kolkata, it looks good. In the Bangalore, Jivan is there, very good. In I think Chennai, Ganesh is also good. They're people, very good people. All the organizations in Bangalore also, Bhuvaneshwari ma'am is there, doing good job. So people are there. Just join these groups. You can what you can do. Suppose you want a particular stuff to be discussed in some. You need to learn more on that part. You are not finding good resources. What you can actually do, you can just reach out to them and say, "Sir, I need some help. Can you do special session also?" They're so good that they will arrange a special session for you. They do. Okay, so speak up. That's what you need. Okay, is Srinivas Rao saying something? One more question: do you have pipeline projects or initiatives? Right now, I don't have it. I'm busy in my existing projects, to be honest. So let's maybe I'm thinking of after a few months when things get a little bit normal. Um, I'm thinking about studying some projects like boot camp projects kind of things. I had a plan. That thing, lot of work pressure, right? Even I just quitted my Skype right now because otherwise ting tong sound will be there. Everyone will start pinging me. That's why I just quit my Skype. Then I'm doing the session. Okay, I will. And if you follow me in LinkedIn, I think you follow me in LinkedIn. So in LinkedIn, I will share about that details. In YouTube also, I may post as a post. You will get notified. No problem. But if you stay in LinkedIn, then you will get noticed much more easier. Okay. Okay. It's Rajesh saying that how to get real-time projects scenarios to implement after understanding the topics. See, you have to apply to get project. You see the best thing is like whatever application you have currently, I mean you're working on, applying there is the best thing. Not every time whatever you're working on you will get the similar kind of projects. Not that doesn't happen every time. But yeah, that if you just try to apply an existing project, that will be good. Else you may ask your project manager or maybe client that you have this kind of projects. I learned about this. They will keep it in mind, and if they have the kind of projects, they will may reach out to you. That is a way. Otherwise, you can say that in LinkedIn or maybe other social networking, Twitter, you say I learned about this and that. If anyone want this help in this and that, you may reach out. That way, may they reach out. There is way. That's how you get the projects and all. We have a good session today. We discussed a lot. So if anyone have any questions, we have 5 minutes more. I think I'll be ending the session in 8:30. Let me know if you have any questions. You can ask me any questions. Okay. A lot of good stuff is going on there. Again, I will say that more than just doing the certification is it's not about the certification only. It's about gaining the knowledge. It's about the hard work you put in preparing and all, and the time you invest. Make sure that whatever time you invested that go well. The knowledge you have get from this all the certification you utilize in your projects. That's the most important. I'm saying repeatedly. Whatever you learn in your certification process, apply them. Otherwise, there's no point to it. One is saying, Bhavin saying that minimum time required to pass SSC preparation. I will say if you're working for a year or so, that's not a big deal. You just took around 1 month, will be enough. If you are if you're not into AWS stuff at this moment, if you're just freshly preparing for it, then I will say 3-4 months will take. If you're doing properly, I mean, all the courses, practice stuff, and then actually applying that, 3-4 months will be best. But if you put too much effort, too much time and all, then I think 1.5 months or 2 months around you'll take. You have to put away based on the effort. The more effort you use, the more chances are getting past the certification. To be honest, that's how it is. Okay. Okay, as I'm saying that again, certification is again just piece of paper, maybe in the real form. The most important part is that the knowledge you get in certification preparation is using in your projects, or use that knowledge to get projects, or show the knowledge you have gained to others, so that people will reach out to you, and in this process you will get the projects. Think about all this. Okay. Share the knowledge. That the more, and see, if you able to teach something to people, that will be the best thing. That means you understand that well. That's how you able to teach it. Oh, one question is that Srinivas Rao, that I'm working as an Oracle GBA for last 12 years. I'm middle of program. Keep it up, Sandeep. Thank you very much. I'm doing whatever I can, but it's good to have all these audiences, awesome audience asking good questions. I always like it. Thank you to all. Okay, so I think it's time to end the session. It's already 1 hour long session. Thank you everyone for staying this long. If you have any question, don't hesitate. You can ask me after the session also. And it's a recorded session. This will be available within few minutes or maybe an hour. The processing happen. You need to do some kind of processing. Okay, I don't know what kind of processing they do. Okay. Sure. I will add it. No problem. So, looking to good across. Yes. Okay, so thank you for being all this time. If you have any questions, again, you can always comment in this YouTube, or maybe just reach out to LinkedIn. I'm very much these days I'm less active because of this work pressure and all. People are like, all coming at once, say something, did that and that. But soon I think things are getting normal. The work pressure will go away. Then I'll be able to do more active on LinkedIn. But I'm active. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll be answering it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for staying this long. Have a nice day ahead and enjoy the holiday next day from the home. Anyway, thank you and good night.